Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cousins now to throw on first down. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Gets around him. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And right away, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you, you got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. On second down, it's Cook again. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. He goes 81 yards on the kickoff return. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
A reminder coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be taking it right down Broadway. Pass the... And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously, the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Justin Jefferson, 63 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Cousins will try and throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, here's Dobbins. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it.
And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
2nd and 8 coming up.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half.
On the return is Duvernay. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they trail here to begin the 2nd half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because...
Oh, he sheds himself free. The 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
73 yards.
And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Play fake. Cousins. He'll buy some time right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And he is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Flush to his right. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now here come the Ravens. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And the ball is knocked out, and this belongs to the Vikings. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much... you try to protect it. These guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
On play action, Cousins. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's caught inside the 10. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return is Duvernay. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there out of the running game. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game. But running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs. I would think down 2 scores at this point in the 4th quarter, even with the loss there on 1st down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Abdullah, the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Oh,
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this. Oh, no, he lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got him the ball back. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Cousins here to throw. And it's, oh no, he lost the football. And this will kick out of bounds inside the 5. Talk about disaster averted as they hold on to the football.
Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they work this out past the 25. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Jackson.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's going to let it fly, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 1. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. First down, here's the run with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure. And now here's another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
And my goodness, another interception. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. It's going to be one of the key ones.